Tonight, more coronavirus evacuees have arrived in San Antonio and have been placed under quarantine. The consultant firm hired to help San Antonio address its homelessness issue, releasing some of their recommendations. Plus, we have some new life advice and an all-new adulting hacks. Thanks for joining us for KSAT News at 9, streaming from right here in the KSAT 12 newsroom. I'm Daphne Gray in for Myra Arthur. Now, more evacuees under quarantine at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland tonight due to the coronavirus concerns. JBSA says that they had 145 new evacuees arrive this morning, bringing the total number of people under quarantine at the military facility to 235. Today's group involved groups of U.S. citizens and their immediate family members that were staying on the Diamond Princess cruise ship off the coast of Japan. Meanwhile, China has reported more than 1,800 new coronavirus cases and 98 more deaths for a total of 1,868. In Singapore, south of China, the country's Ministry of Health says it has 77 confirmed cases of the coronavirus. This map shows that location of those confirmed cases. The red dots represent new cases. A former Northeast ISD teacher now living in Singapore says her life is in limbo due to the outbreak. Tiffany Huertas spoke to her about what she and her family are experiencing.
The feeling is not so much panic. The feeling is just a general sense of uncertainty of what this means over the coming weeks and months.
Mayor Stewart and her family have been living in Singapore for more than 3 years. She has seen the impact of the coronavirus outbreak.
Big international conferences are being either postponed or canceled, same with concerts and large venues.
Singapore's Ministry of Health confirms 77 coronavirus cases.
From friends I talked to in the business world, they've essentially stopped traveling.
Mayor currently teaches high school history and geography at Singapore American School. The school is now requiring all staff, students, and family members to track their temperature.
So we check our temperature in the morning. We check our temperature in the evening. For teachers, we have to actually submit this to our school.
When Mara and her family lived in San Antonio, she taught at Northeast ISD, 5 years at STEM Academy at Nimitz, and 2 years at the International School of the Americas.
All of her stuff is still in storage there in San Antonio. Texas is still home. My husband's from Texas. We go back every summer.
Mayor says she has a scheduled trip to Texas this summer, but knows those plans can change.
If for any reason we feel that our own health and safety can't be guaranteed, we would postpone our flight. We wouldn't want to put anyone in jeopardy.
Mayor says Singapore is doing a good job of keeping everyone informed about the virus. For the first time in over a decade, the government in Singapore raised its health warning. It says the virus is severe and spreads easily from person to person, but the virus is being contained. Jaffney?
Tiffany, thank you. There are a lot of other questions about what the coronavirus outbreak will do to the global economy. From tech giant Apple to the oil industry, concerns are growing. Today, we spoke with St. Mary's University Assistant International Business Professor Barclay James about this. He says that the outbreak is affecting countries across the globe for many reasons. The travel industry, airlines, and cruise ships are being hit particularly hard. James says one of the reasons an outbreak that originated in China could have been devastating or have a devastating impact on the economies of the countries across the world is actually in part due to the decades-old agreement. The General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade was signed off on by several countries in the wake of World War II. The goal was to lower trade barriers.
So for the past 50, 60, 70 years, a lot of tariffs have gone down. Those are import taxes. And so what that means, that provides an incentive to have production in many different places around the world where perhaps it's cheapest or where people can do it the best. And so what has happened is that now the world is more economically intertwined. And so it does affect the U.S., but it affects other countries as well.
James says what happens largely depends on when the coronavirus is contained. A gas line rupture in Corpus sends flames more than 100 feet into the air. SWAT team members rescue a man from a freezing lake, and it was all caught on camera in an odd sight at the Pearl today. A huge crane lifted a truck up to the 3rd floor of the Hotel Emma. The plan is to turn it into a poolside bar. Here's tonight's 9 at 9. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office has identified an inmate who died at the jail yesterday. Robert Edwards died after experiencing a cardiac episode. The Sheriff's Office says he was arrested on February 9th and was charged with theft. His bond set at $3,000. In Corpus Christi, a ruptured gas line causes a huge fire. The flames reached 150 feet into the air. Police had to shut down the highway in both directions and advised residents in the area to shelter in place. The fire was put out after about a half an hour. No injuries were reported. A Colorado woman and her teenage daughter are accused of drugging a woman and trying to take her baby. Police say Juliet Parker posed as a photographer in a plot to kidnap an infant, and they say she may have tried to lure other mothers.
Parker was released from custody on a $50,000 bond on Sunday afternoon. A court appearance is scheduled for Tuesday, and detectives are looking into other mothers Parker may have been in contact with.
2 Chicago SWAT officers saved a man from the freezing waters of Lake Michigan. The officers were able to pull the man out of the lake without diving in themselves. Firefighters who also responded to the scene then wrapped the man in blankets. The entire rescue took less than 10 minutes. The man was sent to the hospital in critical condition. A landslide in Tennessee forces a house to collapse. The landslide happened after rain in the area. Luckily, everyone evacuated in time and no injuries were reported. Police in Costa Rica seized more than 5 tons of cocaine. It's the country's largest drug bust. The cocaine was found in a shipping container headed for the Netherlands, stashed in more than 200 bags and hidden in decorative plants. The street value is estimated at more than $100 million. Plymouth Rock, which marks the place where pilgrims from the Mayflower landed 400 years ago, was vandalized this weekend. It's now covered in red graffiti. Several other nearby landmarks were also vandalized. A rare sighting in Thailand. A large whale shark was spotted feeding on plankton near a marina. Divers were surveying the area when they saw the 13-foot-long shark. Experts say an abundance of natural resources could have drawn the shark to the area. Here at home, a huge crane hoisted a delivery truck to the 3rd floor deck of the Hotel Emma. The spectacle was part of a plan to turn a piece of history into a new poolside bar at the historic hotel.
This is an original Pearl Brewery delivery truck that has been retrofitted as a food truck.
To read more about these stories, head to KSAT.com.
Well, I certainly hope you're enjoying your day. It was a really interesting day around San Antonio. We started off with areas of fog and drizzle and clouds, but into the afternoon, we were able to see some sunshine. It was steamy outside today, too, with a high near 81 degrees. That's 14 degrees above average, and even our morning low this morning was much warmer than average as well. We're starting to see clouds trickle back in to San Antonio, and temperatures have not cooled down that much. It's still 69 degrees outside, 73 at Port SA, 68 at JBSA Randolph, 70 at Stinson, 70 in Helotes, 64 up at Bernie Stage Airfield. And temperatures not really going to cool down too much from this as well. In fact, we'll wake up tomorrow morning in the 60s. And this is the reason. We've got dew points in the 60s right now. Anytime dew points are above 60 degrees, that's when you can really feel the mugginess in the air. And if you step outside right now, you know what I'm talking about. It is muggy and sticky out there. This moisture, one of the ingredients for some of the light rain and drizzle we're going to see, honestly, through Thursday. We've got a big weather pattern shift changing our weather coming soon, arriving tomorrow, keeping things pretty cool for us after a very warm day. Taking a look at the satellite radar across the nation, you can see the northern tier is starting to be blanketed in snow showers. That's where a front is. That front currently working its way through parts of the panhandle. It's still in the 60s in San Angelo and Dallas, but look up toward Lubbock, 46 degrees, single digits up in parts of Montana and the northern Rockies. This cold air is going to regulate as it heads on down to the south, warm up a little bit, but we're still going to be able to see temperatures fall into the 40s here in San Antonio. We'll start off the day tomorrow before that front moves through with areas of fog and drizzle, but that front will get here right at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Still enough time for us to warm up. Right around 2 as that front is moving through, we'll be near 70 degrees in downtown San Antonio, but the hill country will start to drop into the 50s. Then that front will move through and temperatures will fall even more with ongoing areas of drizzle and light rain, not only on Wednesday, but also all day on Thursday as well. Temperatures will fall into the 40s, and we're going to have a wind from the north gusting up to 30 miles per hour. So there's going to be a bit of a wind chill too, a blustery and damp cluster of days through about Thursday. So for tomorrow, just to reiterate, give you an hour by hour count of tomorrow, starting off right at about 65. So again, not much cooler than where we're at right now with areas of fog and drizzle. It'll stay muggy through the lunch hour, and we could see some areas of light rain. That front will move through right at around 2, and then our temperatures are going to fall into the 50s in the evening hours with areas of light rain. Winds will turn to the northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour, again gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Now, light rain is going to continue generally through Thursday, but it's not going to amount to much, maybe half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall when all is said and done through Thursday. It's really the chilliness and the wind that you're definitely going to notice. So if you have trash day over the next few days, just know that your trash can's probably going to be in your neighbor's yard, because again, those winds are going to be gusting up to 30 miles per hour, not only on Tuesday, but also on Wednesday and Thursday. So let's take you through the next few days. Warm and muggy for most of the day tomorrow. That front arriving in the afternoon. Then temperatures are going to fall from the 70s into the 40s by the start of Wednesday. We'll struggle to get out of the 40s through Thursday with areas of drizzle and light rain. Then we'll be able to see a little bit of clearing into the weekend, but temperatures are still going to be on the cool side, and another shot for isolated rain on Sunday. Japhanie?
Shockingly, I'm very looking forward to those cold temps. Thank you, Sarah. Well, just a reminder, early voting in the primary elections begin tomorrow. There are more than 30 early voting locations across Bexar County. Now, the polls will be open from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening. The early voting period lasts until February 28th. Election day is March 3rd. And it's not too late to sign up for our Vote 2020 Elections newsletter. Each Tuesday, we'll email hand-picked coverage aimed at helping voters better understand the races, candidates, issues, and implications. To sign up, just go to ksat.com/newsletters. And stay with us. We'll be right back in 1 minute. Back here at home, the city of San Antonio is trying to find ways to reduce homelessness in the area. The California-based consultant Homebase was hired to develop a strategic plan and will present recommendations in April. But today, Homebase unveiled some preliminary recommendations. Among the recommendations, increasing investment in community-based housing and service options, expanding a homeless outreach pilot program, and developing plans to help people living on the streets or in encampments. Members of the public health and committee were able to ask their questions today, some of which may spark some second looks for Homebase.
I wanted to ask you about property tax displacement, if that has been looked at.
So I think the property tax displacement was something that hadn't come up in our community meetings, and that's something that we would love to delve in deeper on.
Homebase says there will likely be more recommendations in the final plan, along with specific steps for action. Texas voters still think property taxes are too high. That's according to the latest University of Texas Tribune poll. When asked about the issue, 54% of the respondents said Texans paid too much in property taxes 5% said too little, and about 26% said about right. 16% said they didn't know. State lawmakers made property tax reform a top priority during the last legislative session. In fact, the legislature finally passed a law aimed at reform. And in case you missed it, KSAT News at 9 took a deep dive into the topic of rising property taxes in our area. You can see our in-depth look right now at ksat.com/news@9. Turning to tonight's top stories, more than 2,000 former Department of Justice officials are calling on Attorney General William Barr to resign. In a statement, they say their motivation is Barr's involvement in overruling the sentencing recommendations for longtime friend of President Donald Trump, Roger Stone. The open letter was signed by officials from both Democratic and Republican administrations. It called Barr's actions unheard of and outrageous. Barr says he did not discuss Stone's case with the president. Humans are wasting a lot more food than previously estimated, twice as much, or about 1/3 of all food. In fact, that's according to a recent study out of the Netherlands. Researchers looked at the relationship between food waste and wealth and found a direct link between the two. They found wealthier countries wasted more food, and people in poorer nations began wasting more food as they earned more money. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos says he will donate $10 billion of his own money towards fighting climate change. He says the money will go through an initiative called Bezos Earth Fund. It will support scientists and organizations that are trying to mitigate the impact of climate change. In a statement, Bezos called climate issues the biggest threat to our planet. His move came after Amazon employees pushed him to do more about climate change. Netflix recently announced a big change to help improve viewers' overall experience. They added a way to stop the autoplay videos and trailers when you are browsing the home screen. In this week's Adulting Hacks, RJ Marquez tells us how to turn that function off and brings us some other fun Netflix tips and tricks.
Netflix is finally allowing users to browse in peace without those annoying autoplay videos. Here's how it works. The important thing to know is that this can only be done with a web browser. As of now, there's no way to do it from the Netflix app, your smartphone, tablet, or TV. Once you log in, click on your profile photo and choose Manage Profiles. Under the options for your profile name, language, and parental controls, you'll see a section for autoplay controls. There, you can uncheck the autoplay previews box. You can also do this to stop autoplaying series episodes all on your devices and TVs. How about a few more Netflix hacks? The service lets you remove titles from your viewing history. Go to netflix.com/WI viewing activity and you will see your history in chronological order. On the right-hand side, you can hide things that you watched. Next tip, Netflix lets you download movies and shows you can watch when you're offline. All you have to do is download the app and look for the downward pointing arrow. Now you can have a few movies ready to go for a long flight or road trip. And the last hack, you can play Netflix Roulette if you don't know what to watch. You can filter by genre, IMDb ratings, and Rotten Tomatoes score to help your searches. Search Netflix Roulette online and plug in the information you want. For example, I searched action and adventure, then an IMDb score greater than 9 with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 90% and got back The Dark Knight. This also works with shows and series. For The 9, RJ Marquez.
Adulting Hacks, just one of the series that we feature right here on the News at 9. Here's a look at some of the others. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night for an all-new installment in our consumer series, Money, It's Personal.
You might hear noise in the background during KSAT News at 9. You want to know why? Our set is right in the middle of the always busy KSAT 12 newsroom. We are just feet away from reporters, producers, photographers, editors who are all working to put together the stories you see here on the News at 9 and throughout the day on KSAT 12. This is the assignment desk, really the control center of the KSAT 12 newsroom. Our assignment desk editor keeps track of all of these police and fire scanners to make sure our crews are headed out the door to see what's happening and make sure you know what's going on all around town. There's the KSAT 12 defenders tracking down the latest investigations. And our weather team putting together an up-to-date forecast to make sure you are ready for your day. Streaming from right here in the KSAT 12 newsroom is just one of the reasons this show looks and feels so unique. And we're glad you're watching.
Time now to look at what's trending on KSAT.com with Ivan Herrera. What's going on, brother?
Thank you for having me. All right, 3 great trending stories for you today. And the first one, we're getting a little excited because Fiesta's right around the corner. So this Disney-obsessed Fiesta fan decided to create his own medal that is honoring Selena and Cinderella.
Oh,
yeah,
I see it. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. So it features the iconic purple jumpsuit that Selena wore in her last concert, of course, and also pays tribute, like I said, to Cinderella. So it has those 2 little birds that help Cinderella get herself dressed when she's, going to the ball.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a mix of 2 worlds, the Tejano and the Disney. So it's a really awesome concept. And this guy also, he's selling it, but it's not just for him. Some of the proceeds are actually going to go to the Pride Center of San Antonio. So every dollar for every medal that's purchased actually goes to the Pride Center. So good cause and an awesome medal.
That's super legit.
Yes.
Like, and I know it says the medal on sale for $10. I bet people will spend like $100 for that because it's actually pretty neat.
It's really, really unique. And the creator actually said that he thinks that this design is actually going to blow the last year's design out of the water.
Oh, yeah. Well, most definitely.
Yes. So check out that story on KSAT.com. All right. Next up, who doesn't love bounce houses?
Oh.
Let me bring it up. Who doesn't love bounce houses? So the biggest bounce house in the world is coming here to Texas. So you have to check that out. It's coming out in March. It's coming up in March and April. So in March, it's going to be in Dallas, and in April, it's going to be in Austin. So just an hour away, an hour and a half, not too far. It was named by Guinness World Records as the biggest bounce house in the world. It's 13,000 square feet, which is huge. I can't even picture how big that is.
I have a good question.
Okay.
Now, can adults play in it, though? Because that's the thing.
Yes.
Are you sure,
Children
though?
and adults. Yeah, because it's 13,000 square feet.
That is
true.
true.
This is huge.
That's true.
Yeah. Check it out on KSAT.com. We have the pricing and the dates that they're going to be there.
All right.
All right. So this last one, I have to call them up. We don't have our big screen behind us. Right. This last one, a San Antonio restaurant has made the top 10 list for the best new eateries in Texas.
Oh, good lordy.
All of these look amazing, but this is for the magazine Texas Monthly. The restaurant is actually called Savor, which is a classroom laboratory for our Culinary Institute of America. If you don't know what that is, that's actually at the Pearl. And so these students are learning, but they're also cooking for, us, the masses. And so what they offer is a global inspired menu with 3 or 4 course options. So lots of different stuff to try, and it sounds like a really good place to try.
Oh my goodness. I'm over here like I'm salivating just thinking about it.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. So check out the menu on our website. There's a lot more to that list. Just head to KSAT.com. Thank you for having me.
No problem, Ivan. Of course, that's what's trending. Stay with us.
I'm just glad everybody comes out and cheers on and just has good family fun at this. I mean, where else can you go and have that kind of a good time?
Well, that's all the news that we have for now. Thanks for watching us. The news at 9. Have a good night.